dude's got a broom about 6 inches wide. It's just a little house sweep broom. And I don't know if it's a little house sweep cardboard or dustpan, but he's going to sweep out his trailer with that. Should I go take him my blower? Oh, I can't. I was going to go take him my blower, but if I did that, then I screw up my live. He just got out of his truck with that little thing. Plus, if he used the blower, he'd be like, I ain't never going to use anything else. Like, comment, subscribe. Billy says ring the bell. Trucking with David H. on Facebook. Mr. Latimer's in the house. That's all we need is Mr. Latimer to be in the house, and we're good. Oh, yeah. Drinking our morning cup of coffee. Good morning, Dennis. How you doing? How you doing? Throckmorton is in the house. Dennis Throckmorton. Did I say your name right? Throckmorton? Drinking a cup of coffee. Went inside and got my full cup of ice with a little bit of Diet Dr. Pepper to give me my little sugar. Well, diet sugar, right? It gives me my flavored whatchamacallit. What am I trying to say there, Chris? What am I trying to say? I'm trying to say something. It gives me my sweet soda flavor for the day. That's what I'm trying to say. You know, because I try to stay out of the soda game. Got my OJ, my flavored waters, my regular water, my olives on the go to eat while driving down the road. Got my other snack pack, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles to eat down the road. Don't judge, don't judge. Got a couple of hard-boiled eggs. Got some string cheese. Got some iced tea. Got a couple of oranges. Some Red Bull. Don't judge me, damn it. Don't judge me in the Twix. Hiding down in there. Hopefully Melissa won't see that. She'll be like, God damn it, David, you and your sweet tooth. So I keep it hidden so no one can see that Twix. Oh man, and now my olives fell down, so I keep them over here so they're easy access. Not like any of you guys needed to see that or wanted to see that or even find that they're remotely interesting at all. But I showed it to you anyways because that's what I do. That's just like I'm going to show you Billy Boy in the house. Woo, 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 woo. He's just chilling in his cage. He's just chilling in his cage, huh, Billy? I don't know why you don't... Oh, my trash bag's down here. I don't know why you don't go hang out. He normally hangs out when we're stopped. He'll hang out on the bed right in front of the air and just have the air blow on him. I'm gonna go ahead and get him shaved for summertime. I was talking to a gal who has a female Yorkie, and she says that she was doing a lot of panting in this heat, and then when she had her shaved, she was a lot better. So I'm gonna go ahead and have him shaved. I read that it helps keep the sun off him and everything, but I'm gonna shave him. Awesome, we just moved, and yes, said it correctly. Right on. Yeah, I seen you were moving on Facebook there. I'm glad the move went okay. Creamer? I don't put creamer in my coffee. I drink my coffee black. Black is the night. Lucas and myself are the same. We're both waiting for the shop. Both waiting for the shop. I got my trailer disconnected. I'm just sitting here waiting. Yeah, vodka and it would be awesome. David Allen says, rumor has it, prominent allowing any more company solo drivers. Wait, rumor has it, prominent allowing any more company solo drivers. Huh. What's up, Terry? Terry Lenny in the house. He's a long time listener. Jason King says hello from Wyoming. What's up, Jason? Prime isn't allowing company solo drivers. Any more company solo drivers? Well, one, I wouldn't be company. Number one. Number two, I don't care because I ain't going to Prime. I ain't looking to go to Prime. I mean, it's nice to know I can go, but Prime does that depending on what the market's like. If things are slow, they'll stop bringing in people. If things are good, they'll always bring in students, but they'll stop bringing in, seasoned drivers. I consider myself a seasoned driver, been out here 6 years. I think that's enough to say I've got a little bit of experience, a little bit of know-how. I mean, if I wasn't such a giant a-hole, I would probably be no more. And yeah, just ask Lucas. Lucas, am I an a-hole? Different mechanics in today. They're going to see about getting a hub closer. If not, going to get me a rental car. Going to get you a rental car. Where are you at? And is your company going to pay for it? You're seasoned with Jeremy, so shut up. Timothy Johnson, how you doing? How you doing? Why went fuel hauling? Got to be a U.S. citizens to get a hazmat. Why went fuel hauling? I thought you have to be a U.S. citizen to get a CDL, period. I mean, maybe you don't have to be a U.S. citizen. Well, yeah, you have to have a work permit and everything, but you still got to read, write, and understand English to get a CDL. And that never happens because I'm out here all day long where, hey man, do you know where, what the fuck is the deal with all that bullshit in your window, bro? Do you know where the shipping office is? What the fuck did you just say? No English. What the fuck? Was that German? Is that fucking Israeli? What the hell was that? I mean, some people, you're in Rockwell, Texas. Is your company going to pay for your rental car? I take it you're going to get a rental car to go home. Good morning, Peyton. How you doing? How you doing? How you freaking doing, Peyton? Not new law. You don't have to read or speak English. I can't Google it right now. You know what? I can whip out my laptop and Google it. I believe you do. Lucas, you're stopped. Google that, Lucas. I thought you had to be able to read, write, and speak English to get a CDL. Because if you can't read English, how the hell do you follow street signs? I mean, obviously they do because those, go by exit numbers and things like that. I knew somebody one time that couldn't read or write English, and they, for the most part, were able to get around. They usually would have somebody explain to them real in detail how to get to where they're going. Mother Trucker did a video on it last week. Really, you don't have to read, write, or understand English to get a CDL. That must be a Biden thing, because how the fuck do you drive on these highways not being able to read the signs? That's what I want to know. Lucas says yes, English is a requirement. So Lucas just Googled that and just got that answer. So you're either telling me Lucas is wrong or Mother Trucker is wrong. One of the two are wrong. And I know Lucas ain't going to go against Mother Trucker without having the facts straight. So I'm going to believe Lucas. How about that? How about that? How about that? I'm going to back Lucas. That would mean Google is wrong. Google ain't ever wrong. Wikipedia is wrong, but Google ain't ever wrong. Oh, man. I'm fucking Timothy. This is all just fun, man. We're just fucking around. I'm just fucking around. I ain't, I don't. It's all good, man. I ain't ragging on you. I ain't ragging on Lucas. I ain't ragging on Mother Trucker. This is just what I do in this. I mean, if you, your name seems. I mean, there's a lot of Timothys on here, but Johnson, I'm not sure of. If you haven't watched me a lot, that's what I do. I just fucking. I'll argue with everybody. You can tell me, David, your eyes are blue, and I'll say, bitch, they ain't blue. They're light blue. I've had 4 sisters, so I learned how to argue about everything. Mr. Latimer says rules, laws don't apply to everyone anymore. That's true, man. That is true. That is true. The rules don't apply to everyone when they should. But, Bruce Almighty is in the house. Bruce Almighty is here. We're done. We don't need to go on anymore. Bruce is here. What's up, Bruce? How you doing? Good morning. Good morning. See a lot of familiar names. I like it. I like it. The Army's here, boys. The Army's here. Check it out. Look at some of these cool-ass vehicles going by. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Look at that big-ass tire. How many dudes does it take to get that thing off the roof? Here's another one. Oversized load. Yeah, I had an oversized load this morning. Check it out. Watch. Check this shit out. Let me show you something. There's another one. Dude, they gotta wear a helmet? What the fuck? They're driving the city streets with a helmet on? That's some bullshit. Were they afraid for fucking U.S. citizens are gonna shoot at them? But do you guys see that green truck right there? That one right there? It's parked up against the curb. And it's some kind of a tanker. And they've got a grounding rod that they pounded down into the earth and hooked jumper cables from the truck to the grounding rod, I guess to make sure you're not going to get static electricity and blow the fuck up. Do they got like some high potent jet fuel in there or what? I love seeing our Army trucks like that. They're so badass. They look like you could just walk up to them, bang your head on it, and crack your melon wide open. They look so robust. I just want to fucking... If I could do it all over again, I would join the Army right out of high school. Right out of high school. I'm too old to do it now. What an experience that must be. I mean, it really, really make you a man quick going to war. No, okay, Lucas says, no, they fill at Love's with diesel like us. No, I know that's why these other trucks are here, but that tanker truck, I don't know what he's carrying in his tank. It's a big, it's almost a rectangle? Rectangle. It's just barely rounded, but he's got a, he's parked there like doing a break. He's been here since I've been here for a couple hours, hour and 10 minutes. But they got a grounding rod, drove into the dirt, and cables hooked to it, I guess, to keep the truck grounded. And they're just hanging out in there with them fucking tires, dude. They can't carry spare tires. It must take 2-3 guys to change one of these tires. Yeah. Timothy Johnson says, I wish I wouldn't have been able to get in the Marines back in 04, but they would let me in because bad hearing. Oh, they probably wouldn't let me in because of bad hearing and flat feet. Passed the ASVAB with flying colors. You wish you would have been able to. Okay, I see. Yeah, that would have been... I can usually decipher what people say because I usually read the shit wrong in the first place. But, yeah, my nephew went into the Marines at a high school, and now my niece's son, what does that make him? My niece's son, what does that make him? He just went into, I think, one of the military class, and then my sister's other son, the brother of the Marine, who's a lot younger, because my sister was a baby maker, and she just puts him out every few years. Great mom, though. My sister's one of the best moms in the world. She's one of the ones that puts the kids out but raises them right. He's going into, I think he just went into the Navy. They're all in some kind of a great nephew. Okay, I'll have to call him that. You know you're great, right? I mean, I know they call me Uncle David, so my niece calls me Uncle and her kids call me Uncle, so I don't know, man. I don't know, man. I wish we were all closer and could get together more. I'm actually having my one sister try to put together a family get together. I told them no matters what, if you get all the family together, I don't care what I'm doing, I'll get there. They will be in California over by Edward Air Force Base. I'll get there. It just can't be the 26th through the 1st, December 26th to January 1st. I've already got plans. I can cancel them, but they're like a yearly thing I do all the time, so I really don't want to cancel them. Then in February, I'll have to figure out when that family thing's going on, because I know in February we want to try to make it to Missouri. You would be collecting that great retirement money if you did. Yeah, no kidding. What's up, Wombats? How you doing, man? My grandpa, before he died due to cancer, was getting $5,000 a month, and they paid for his chemo. That's nice. As they should, man. If you've joined our military willingly, no, even if you were drafted, I shouldn't say willingly. If you went to our military, I don't care if you were there kicking doors or you were there picking up trash, because even though you're there picking up trash, you could have been kicking doors. It just depends on what they had you do. If you're in our military defending this great country, you should never pay taxes again. You should never pay for medical. Your medical should be able to be done anywhere you want, not just a VA hospital. You should be able to walk into Pablo's Medical Auto Body and get your medical done. I don't care where. Everything you do should be paid for, and you should get a salary. Now, let me say this. The longer you were in the military for and the more dangerous shit you did is what your monthly benefit should reflect on. If you were just I sat in the office and filled, licked envelopes, all right, you're going to get all your medical, no taxes, all that, and, a few dollars a month. But if you were in the shit and you were kicking doors and shooting people in the face as the door opened, no, you're getting everything, plus you're getting a, good ass, $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month to live high on the hog, because you deserve it. Now, if you were only there for 6 months or some bullshit, then you know what? Your wages are going down. Maybe you don't even get a monthly wage. You just get the medical and whatnot. But if you made it a lifelong career and you retire out of the Army, boy, you should live like a politician and high on the hog in a goddamn mansion. And those politicians should be living in a slum on the streets like an asshole. There shouldn't be one military person living on the street. Now, having said that, let me say this. There's a lot of ex-military living on the street that are assholes and need to be kicked in the nuts and thrown in freaking jail because they're assholes. But the reason they are is because they've lost their minds. They need medical attention, and they need mental medical care. They need to be picked up, taken to a medical facility, and get the help they need. If you're living out on the street because you want to and you just want to be a soulless person like that, that's on you. But if you're out here fucking talking to yourself, walking in circles, pissing on yourself, you need medical help, man. Peyton says the military pays for most on your funeral. My aunt passed away 2 weeks ago and they paid. If that haven't been on her like that's haven't been on her like that. So they paid for it. Okay, that's cool. $150,000 per tour served. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. These things keep your coffee nice and hot, man. Oh, what are these motherfuckers all sweating in their damn fatigues for running around? I don't know, man. The military, people who serve in the military really need to, they get some cool benefits. They get discounts on this and that and the other, but they really need to get more than they get. They shouldn't ever struggle after they get out of the military, after serving, you know? Now, obviously, you can't take a guy who went there for 6 months, did a little bullshit, and, put him in a mansion, but he should still get something because he was willing to do what it would take to do what he did, for whatever reason he got out in the 6 months as he got out, you know? You could be a drill sergeant, David. What's wrong with the truck? Oh man, you don't even want to know. You don't even want to know what's wrong with this damn truck. My oil change, I got about 8,000 miles before I need an oil change. So I'm getting an oil change. Just because I kind of like to do it within a certain window. And something is bothering me and wanting me to get the oil change sooner rather than later. For some reason, it just keeps getting on my mind. Get your oil change, get your oil change, get your oil change. So I'm going to follow that intuition and get it done. Rather than just go, I got a few thousand miles left, so I'm going to get it done. The truck's got high miles on it now, so I think I'm going to start changing the oil. No, I'm not that I think. I know I'm going to start changing the oil sooner, just because I'm not putting the miles on it like I was teaming. If I did it sooner while I was teaming, I'd be getting an oil change every other month. So I'm going to start changing the oil a lot sooner, especially with the higher miles on it. It's a Peterbilt. Crap. What's Peterbilt? When I worked at JB Hunt, my dispatch was 22, and he was supposedly a drill sergeant in Marines. Let's say I put him in his place. Damn millennial. Fucking millennials, man. Millennials are a strange breed. They're a strange breed, and then they bred these Gen Zs. They should be ashamed of themselves for breeding them damn weirdos. Gen Zs, not all of them, but most of them are freaks, man. We need a reboot. We need a reboot. The lifters are gone once a month or every 5,000 miles. 4,500. Man, if I changed the oil every 5,000 miles, I'd change it every week. The hell you saying a car, Timothy? What the hell are you talking about? Every 4,500, 5,000 miles. Not only teaming, I would have changed it fucking every 5 days. Every 4.5 days, I'd be getting a $600 oil change. How the hell? I want to get an overhead. I don't know when I'm supposed to do one, so I'm getting one in January. I'll have about, what am I doing? I'm doing, what month are we? August, September, October, November, December, January. 5 months. 20, so 20, 40, 60, 80. I'll have about 500,000 miles on it, and I want to do an overhead on it. I never think of doing one because at Prime, it was never on the service board. We had a sheet, or we had an app that told us all the servicing you need to get done, and an overhead was never on there. How often do you do an overhead? Every 75,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on. God damn, I got 423,000 miles on this bitch. Have them drop the oil pan and check the rods and mains? What the fuck? You're killing me. What's up, Wolf? Howdy, you know, Wolf, I'm looking at you like, hey, what's happening? You're a cool person. Don't even know you, but I'm saying you're a cool person. So now let me read what you wrote, since I've never seen you before. Sometimes I'll do that. Hey, how you doing? Did it? And then I'll read what they wrote, and they're calling me an asshole. Howdy, partner. Hopefully your day is uneventful. Keep burning up the asphalt, brother. Hey, there you go. Right on. Thank you very much. I hope it's uneventful too. Meaning I go in and get my PM done, and they just do the PM and no BS. But I'm going to take the truck to Freightliner because when I go, come winter time, I'll be going home for 2-3 weeks, you know, a month or something like that. So I'll take the truck to the Houston Freightliner, which it will be there for a week or two because they take forever to get to it because they're so busy. And I'm going to have them do an overhead, and I'm going to have them do whatever the depth filter cleaning or replacement or whatever's supposed to be done at the 500,000 mile mark. Prime had it in their app at 500,000 miles. I believe it was clean the depth filter. Now you guys got to remember, these trucks, we don't idle these trucks. I got an APU on here, so the most I've idled my truck would be 2 hours out of shit. I know somewhere I can bring up how many idle hours I have on here, and you guys will probably laugh at how low they are for how many miles is on the truck. Because my APU is running right now. The only time I'll idle the truck is for a very short period of time just to cool things down. Do you lose oil in between intervals? How's the blow by? No, as a matter of fact, this truck doesn't use any oil between oil changes. My old truck, my old Prime truck, that damn truck, I'd use 3 damn gallons of oil between oil changes. And that motor, when I turned it in, they did a compression check and not a compression. They did where they run it. They did a dyno on it, and because they make sure the engine's not worn out when you turn them in. I don't know if the Prime drivers know that, but they make sure you didn't damage that engine's in good shape when you turn them in on your lease. Otherwise, they're going to be charging you. They did the dyno check and everything, and it passed everything. So I don't know. It would use anywhere from 1 to 3 gallons. For sure, 1 gallon. I've had it all the way up to 3 gallons between oil changes. But this truck's not using any oil. This is the Gen whatever engine. This is a different engine than was in my 2019 Freightliner though. This is the truck that's got the bad rocker arms. That if you idle it too much, your rocker arms break off because of lack of oil to the top of the engine if you don't turn your idle up. So this truck, they programmed in on it until they get a cure for it. It automatically, if you let this truck idle, it automatically raises the idle by itself. And then it will lower it, and then it will raise it, and then so it doesn't run a steady idle. You don't even need to set your idle high. It automatically does it. To keep oil up at the rocker arms, because they found at a low, 600 RPM idle, it would bust your rocker arms. Let's see, I can power wash depth filters. I don't know about that. I think you're supposed to burn them off for 24 hours. Okay, you need to check this place out in Arkansas off I-40, my favorite place, Nick's Barbecue and Catfish. I think I've eaten there once. I know we stopped at a barbecue catfish place where you can park trucks, and it was off I-40, me and Melissa. I can't even count, okay. Probably have 35,000 hours on APU and 8,500 hours on truck. No, Timothy, you got to remember, up until about 3 weeks ago, a month ago, this was a team truck. It never stopped. So right now I've got 5,800 hours on my APU. That's it. I know my APU service next time is at 64.58 is when it needs to be serviced next time. So I've got a while to get it serviced. Your 2022 doesn't burn any oil. Yeah, the 2022 is probably the newer engine. The 2022 has the newer technology engine. I noticed it right away from my 2020. The turbo boost sounds way better. Yeah, the turbos are crazy sounding in these trucks. And the engines are a little noisier. And I asked, when I got this truck, I noticed the turbo, I noticed the noisy engine, and I noticed it changing idle. And I went right to Freightliner and I said, hey, what's going on? And they said the turbos are noisy like they are because they don't have a wastegate. That's why when you shut the truck off, if you're standing outside, you can hear it and wind down. The engines are noisier because they have higher compression, and the idle is because of the lack of oil to the upper end at a low idle. Yeah, it's got lower hours on that APU for sure. What's up? Joe Jordan is in the house. Joseph H. Jordan. No, Joseph A. Jordan. No, Joseph B. Jordan. I'm trying to think, has he ever told me his middle name? I don't know what you mean by all those signs, symbol person. Peyton says, check them trailer tires since you there. We had worse luck. We have worse luck. My trailer tires, guys, I've got Goodyears. I had brand new Goodyears put on this trailer when I got it. They're wearing perfect. Okay, now you guys remember a couple weeks ago I accidentally blew one of them because I ran over a chalk like a dumbass. And I went and I had a China tire put on. That China tire is not wearing perfect. So I'm going to be curious to see how long the China tire lasts versus the Goodyears. I don't even think the China tire had as much tread depth as the Goodyears have on them, you know, with this many miles on them. Checked in. Okay, got that. M. Jordan. So it's Joseph M. Jordan. Must be Michael, right? Joseph Michael Jordan. I can't think of anything else with an M. Mitchell. It's got to be Michael. Everyone named their kid Michael. Trump 2024. Hi. Hell yeah, Trump. Watson. Hard to say that one, buddy. We'll just call you Pret. Hell yeah with Trump. Anybody say anybody but Trump, you're an idiot. I've seen these TikToks where people are, oh man, anybody but Trump. I don't care who goes against him, but I'll vote for a dead person before I vote for Trump. You got to be out of your mind. You're a person who don't give a shit about your country is what it is. I should go in there and buy all these military dudes lunch. I see them running around with bags of food. They're probably getting food in there. As in Joseph Money Jordan. Come on, man. All day, every day, Trump 2024. That's right. We need Trump back in office. Thank you. Safe drive, sir. He says, thank you very much. Subscribe to the channel, man. I'd really like to have you around. You're a Trump fan and you're respectful. That's a nice truck right there. I like that. I like the black with the gray stripes. I like that color scheme. I mean, it's a Peterbilt, so I better plug my phone in before the battery goes dead. See, it didn't do anything there. I got to turn my charger around. Didn't do anything there. My charge is screwed up unless it doesn't say. Oh yeah, it's charging. It just doesn't say when you're on a live. What I do to the truck? Isolated said. Isolated. If you subscribe to the channel, I'll tell you. How about that? Just kidding, man. Just kidding. I ain't going to hold you hostage. I'm actually just getting a PM. I'm getting close to needing a PM, and I'd rather get it done early than done late. Just because I'm, starting to get up there in miles. Breaking news. Joe Biden is not Joe Biden. We are being lied to. What? Just kidding. Joseph Merle Jordan. Merle. I ain't gonna tease you about that one, Merle. But I'll be damned, bro. It's probably your father's name or something, because that sounds like an old, a name they would have used back in the 50s and shit. Back in the 20s. Well, thank you, Isolated. Appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just getting a PM. Why are Trump supporters so angry? See, it's funny you say that, because I don't see Trump supporters burning shit down and screaming and, putting pussy hats on because they're weird. I see Biden supporters doing that. I see the left doing that. So why? I mean, if you're referring to me, I mean, I'm just an angry guy. I'm bipolar, man. I got anger issues. What do you want from me? But I'm a Trump supporter. Don't you guys get fooled. You got the left. Let me do this. You got the left, you got the far left. You got the right, and you got the far right. I'm barely off the middle, okay? I'm not far right at all. I am a Republican, but I believe, I have no problem with gays, lesbians, men being women, women being men. I have no problem with abortion. None of that. As a matter of fact, that's one of the things I believe in. If a woman wants an abortion, get an abortion. Now, obviously, to a point. You can't be pulling the kid out and going, no, I don't like your eyes, and cut its damn throat. We can't be doing that. But as long as it's just a little fetus and, it's not, ain't got a brain and all that shit, no problem. So I'm not a far right guy. And again, with the guys being girls, girls being guys, I don't believe in she's playing, a guy that says he's a girl playing in women's sports. No. If you've got a male junk, you play male sports. I don't care how big your boobs are. I don't care how feminine you think you are. If you are a chick with chick parts, I don't care how much you tie your tits back, you play women's sports. It's just, sorry, you're just built that way. I don't care what your mental illness or your brain tells you. You're just built that way, but I have no problem. I do have a problem with you telling me I have to support this and have to support that. And I do have a problem with you trying to, well, you know what? My 5-year-old is really a girl when he's a boy. No, the kid's too young to know what it wants to be. And if you're telling it it's one thing or the other, I have a problem with that. I mean, come on, let's be real. Yeah, it's all right, Chris. People don't like me that much, and I'm okay with that. I just come on here to fuck around anyways. I don't... It don't mess with my ego or anything. What do you mean, Lucas? Are you being serious? Did something happen? That's my architect grandpa's name. And that right there, Joe, is why I didn't make a big joke out of it, because I knew it had to be a family member. And I know your family member more than likely is passed, and nobody ever wants to speak ill of the dead. You know what I mean? And yeah, I knew that was a name from way back when. Way back when. Chris, now that I'm running solo, it would be so much easier for us to hook up, because I have to do 10-hour breaks. Whenever we went up there when we were running team, it was always for a few minutes. We're stopping through to get fuel. We're doing, But in all honesty, this company don't run Northeast. This company runs Midwest and Southeast is their main goal. When I was a team truck, they would try to run me that way, but a lot of times she's like, the load's just not paying good enough to come out of there, so we're not going there. And the same with out west. And she knows I don't run northwest, so, you know, they don't really run out there anyways. They run where the money's better. That's like they never, hardly ever send me into Florida. To go into Florida, it's got to pay $4 or $5 a mile, you know, because you're going to get 80 cents a mile coming out, $1.25 coming out. If you can even get any money coming out. Sometimes you got a deadhead out. So yeah, it's going to be hard for me to get up there. You know, they just don't, they're just, the freight, you know, freight coming out of there is just horrible. You know, Prime had a lot of stuff going up there, so, you know, with Prime, it would be a lot easier to get up there. Ah, there's a Prime truck right there, speaking of Prime. I really do miss Prime, guys. I really do. I really liked working for Prime, other than those couple problems I had. You know what? I think I liked it better solo than team. Because I was tired a lot when I was team trucking with Prime, more so than with EOS. When I was with Prime, because we ran coast to coast, it was 500 miles, 500 miles, 500 miles, to where here we're running 800 miles as a team truck. Melissa loved to run 550, so she would do that, and I'd have a couple hundred miles left to run, which was fine because I was up a lot when she was driving, you know, picking up, dropping loads and things like such. It's getting warm in here. I need to take my hat off. My head's getting sweaty. Yeah, I'm a dry van, so I don't run produce really. You're seeing Prime up there more, even in the booties, in the boonies. Yeah, there's another Prime truck. They're heavy over here, boy. That's a lightweight truck too. He's company. I've been seeing a lot of Prime trucks lately too. Oh, duh! I'm up north. Duh. That's the other thing about Prime that sucks is they run mostly up north, man. Other than Florida to California type shit, but that's team stuff. When I was solo, I hung out on the 80. Hung out on the 80. That was my run. And that's where I'm at up here. You know, I'm up here off the 80 in New York, Wyoming. But then again, I was looking over there, and there was Country Fried Steak at the Big Texan. So that's weird. Greg Simon, Samoan, not Seaman, Samoan, Simeon. Is that how you say your name? Simeon, Greg Simeon? Simeon. Yeah, I bet you it's Simeon. You went back to Prime 3 months ago. How you liking it there, man? You making any money, or is it rough? You doing 6K gross? Oh, well, I didn't know. You know, are you lease? If you're lease, are you grossing at least 6K a week? Flatbed trucker, what is up, my man? Oh, there you guys go. He just put the hazmat sticker on that motherfucker. That's the thing I was telling you about. That's got the ground cable on it. That big old scary looking monstrosity. It's very rough. Okay. See, it's not too bad over here. You know, I just got a gig. I'm sitting all day. I don't pick up my load till tomorrow. The load, when she found the load, it was pick up Thursday or Friday. It delivers Monday. You got to have it there by 2 p.m. on Sunday because it's an all day on load type deal. And the load came in with a rate of this much money, and then with layover pay for Sunday to Monday, and then any detention, you know, so on and so forth. So it's a really good. It's paying really good per mile. It's up over, God, what was it paying per mile? Like $3.78 a mile, something like that. And it's good miles, and it's okay If you count Friday to Monday, it's a really good rate per day. But if you consider sitting here all day, it's not a great rate per day, but we aren't burning any fuel and we were getting our PM done. I'm 31 miles from the pickup. But it's a convention thing is what it says. I'm picking up at some machinery place, machinery parts, and I'm taking it to some place. It looks like it's still a machinery, like it's not a convention center or anything like that. So that's cool because when I seen what it was, I was like, oh crap, am I gonna have to work my way into a city area? It's going to Atlanta. I'm like, am I gonna have to work my way into a city area? F2F calls JB Hunt. Oh no, that's not F2F Freight. That's the guy's name or his company. I was thinking about going to JB Hunt. But, as long as I don't have too much problems with the trailers, I'll be fine right where I'm at. But I looked and it doesn't look like it's going to any, I was thinking, oh my God, downtown Atlanta in some convention center area trying to get on side streets and whatnot. What a pain in the ass that's going to be. But it doesn't look like it's going there. Although I haven't, did I look to see where it was delivering or was that where it was picking up? I can't even remember. But it's kind of cool. It's a trade show. That's what it's marked as, a trade show load. An Army fuel truck. Yeah, he's got it grounded to the earth, man. He's got it ground right. I think that's so cool that he hammered a big copper rod into the ground and hooked up fucking cables to it. I guess so they don't get any sparks. Yes, prime loads out of Northwest is trash. No, Northwest? You mean Northeast. Northwest, you get apples. Apple loads are awesome. F2F is great. Is that where you worked before you went back to Prime? And if so, why'd you go back to Prime? Oh, you leased a Volvo? Why in the hell would you get a Volvo, man? Those things get shitty fuel mileage. I shouldn't cuss. What truck did you have that they wouldn't take? It must have been older, huh? Did you sell your truck or did you just park it? Here's another prime truck. My God. They just keep coming through here like there ain't no rise. It's another lightweight purple truck. Oh yeah, here's a prime time. What's he doing? Is he gonna park? Is he done for the day? That's exactly what he's doing. He's done for the day. He's got his jug of diesel on the catwalk there, probably to put fuel in his reefer when he doesn't have anywhere close by. That's what I would do if I worked there. If I went back to a reefer company, I would have a 5-gallon jug of diesel fuel at all times on my catwalk. Because I remember a few times trying to get diesel. '22 truck right there. Yeah, they probably don't pay like they used to, but they still should be pretty good. Apple loads always paid good. What's the fuel mileage on a Volvo? You'll have to ask Greg. I knew one guy at Prime who actually switched divisions so he can get out of his Volvo and get into a different truck, and another guy at Prime who, complained like a mother effer about how bad a fuel mileage it got. Lucas was a Volvo driver. If Lucas is still here, maybe he'll chime in. Yeah, Prime has definitely gone to, they're changing things up over there to where it's definitely a different company than when I was there. $9.2 a gallon, you mean a mile? That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not too bad. You're getting better than what I'm getting, but that's because I drive so damn fast, and I've had a couple of heavy loads, but mainly because I drive fast. You know, that's one nice thing about Prime. They got you shut down at 65. Yeah, Volvo's the best truck if you wear flip-flops and fucking like to put your foot on the dash. You flip-flop wearing mother. Look, man, Freightliner is the best truck, and I'm not saying that because I have a Freightliner. I got a Freightliner because it's the best truck. Let me let me give you the reasons why. Number one, I don't know what a Volvo costs, but a Freightliner costs more than a Peterbilt. Okay, a lot of people don't realize that. Number one, why it's the best truck, it gets really good fuel mileage. Everybody works on them. The Detroit engine is pretty damn good. The transmissions are pretty damn good. Better than that Packard shit. You can get parts relatively easy. Everybody works on them. Volvo specialty, international specialty, Peterbilt's got to go to the dealer. I mean, come on, man. So from a business aspect, I think Freightliner's the way to go. That's just my opinion. My opinion don't mean shit though, so it is what it is. Take it or leave it. Rusty ass trailer, dude. The main supports on that thing are rusted through. Berkshire Motorhome coming in to get some fuel. Oh yeah, got himself a diesel pusher. I pass everybody in Volvo. I keep laundry storage on my head and drink Slurpee. I wish I would have pre-read that before I read it. You keep your laundry. Oh my God, dude. Why'd you have me read that? Oh, Jesus, we'll just drop it right there. Move on. I was going to say, you don't pass nobody. You were working for Wilson when you drove that Volvo, you 65-mile-an-hour little girl. I'm still red. Hobby Lobby. Oh man. God damn it, Lucas. So Lucas, when do you think, when are they going to let you know if they can get you the part today? Not make you wait till Monday. I'd be finding that part myself. That part looks like you can see PU. That part still looks like you can drive on it. I'd drive on that bitch myself, man. There she is. There she is. Melissa H. herself. My ex. She is now my ex. You guys didn't know that, did you? Hobby Lobby at the Punjabi Dhabi. Shut up, Lucas. Yep, Melissa is my ex. But we're still friends. We're still friends. I mean, she's my ex co-driver. She's still my wife. I want to go to Dogwood Diner, but it's raining. Hey. You eat at home inexpensively. You ain't got a job, woman. You can't just be going out to diners and shit. Not only that, but I want to go with you. Why don't you wait to go to a new place when I'm home? That's some bullshit. No, no, man. I'm out here busting my ass, making very little money, and I don't even eat out. I'm eating freaking Ninja Turtle food. That's some BS, woman. I get the high pulp, so I gotta mix it. So I like the high pulp. There's Billy. There's Billy. Billy's just kicking back in his crate. Bahaha, they have pot roast today. You don't eat pot roast. Yeah, but I can eat something else there. She's gonna have you stay out like Jeremy. Jeremy. Oh, wait a minute. I didn't have Popeyes this trip out, woman. That was last trip out. Come on now, keep up. That was last trip. That wasn't this trip. I haven't eaten out this trip. And I'm not planning on eating out. Shit. And not only that, it don't matter if I eat out, I'm making money. You ain't making no money. Therefore, you can't spend no money. I'm already buying your groceries. I'm paying your electric bill. I'm paying your water bill. I'm paying your gas for your car. What am I, a sugar daddy? I ain't no sugar daddy. I'm going to take Billy's crate off that passenger seat, and you're going to have to plant your ass back over there, woman. You're going to have to get back on the truck. I'm not reading that, Lucas. You're not bringing me into your racist rantings. Oh shit, check that out. There's a pig flying. Woman, you are getting back on this truck if you don't get a job within the next week. Oh man, she's probably got a voodoo doll at home right now stabbing it with a fucking knife. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Here's what I think about that. Anyways, I'm going to call it. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the bell. Oh yeah.